Jake Vedder. I'm a border cross athlete, and I competed in the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics.
We're up here, we gotta get some training in.
Border cross is 4 guys go down the track at once. There's bumping and grinding the whole way down, turns, jumps, speeds up to 75 miles an hour. And essentially the first one down wins. Border cross is great. It's high adrenaline, high intensity, and there's no judges to decide if you're gonna win or lose that race. It's just straight man-to-man race, and I love that. Got my start at Mount Brighton here locally, a nice small hill in my backyard, and super awesome to have my start there. I did all disciplines growing up. There's 5 different disciplines. I did them all, and I narrowed my focus into border cross, partly because the guys in slopestyle, if you weren't 13 years old and throwing 3 flips, you were not on the path to make it, and honestly, I just love the racing aspect and just fell in love with it and kept on that path. To represent Pinckney it's truly an honor. You know, it's a really small community. I have tremendous support there. You know, I just really remember growing up, and high school was difficult because I was traveling so much, and the support that I had from the teachers, the principals, just kept me going and kind of had that normal kid feel when I wasn't traveling. I could come back to school and, you know, be with my friends and still get a really good education. And so just to be able to represent Pinckney and look back on my whole story of growing up there it's truly an honor. Heading into the 2022 Olympics, you know, I was in a really good spot and honestly had a couple tough competitions leading up that were super important, some of those qualifier spots. Ended up just missing the team, and I was the 5th alternate heading into 2022. Unfortunately, one of my teammates, Alex Diebold, he got hurt with a couple weeks out of the Olympics, and being that alternate spot, my name was called, and I was already planning on heading to China just to be there, you know, the COVID year, and be that alternate to see what could happen. And unfortunately, an athlete got hurt, and my name was called, and got into the gate and ended up being a top American, finished in 6th place. To have my name called was, you know, it was the best feeling in the world in tough circumstances, but just to know that I was going to compete at the Winter Olympic Games and represent my family, my country, and my, you know, my small town of Pinckney, it was truly an honor. Yeah, the Olympic Games were amazing. The best moments was at the opening ceremonies, just being able to meet all the other athletes, the hockey players, you know, the different sports, and seeing everyone that made the team is truly an honor because I know what it took to get on that team. And so that was one of the coolest parts. Of course, walking through the opening ceremonies, hearing your country called, and it's just something that, like, you know, it still gives me chills to this moment, just witnessing it and being in that moment all the way in China, knowing that my family and friends were watching. That was, you know, just truly amazing. And then obviously competing on the world stage it's what we worked for. And so I was just really happy to be able to compete at a high level, and you know, just came shy of that final run, but we're heading towards gold this next one. Honestly, when I woke up the morning of the Olympic race, I was pretty much at ease. Like, I knew it was my time to shine. There was pressure for sure, but honestly, coming from a small town, I felt like I kind of already made it, and it was just, I had everything to gain from there. And so it was a really awesome moment, just heat by heat. In the first heat I had a really awesome turn that was like one of my highlight reels that got me to advance to the next round. And then moving forward after that, advanced to another round, and just coming up shy, making a mistake in the semifinals cost me to not make it into that final round and get in that top 4, but I was super proud of it. To finish 6th place and be the top American was a great feeling for my first Olympics. Being an Olympian, especially as an American, they only want to see hard work. They want to see, you know, gold, silver, bronze, and so we aren't shooting for 6th place. You know, I was happy and in the moment content with that, but having my first Olympics under my belt, being able to look back on everything that I learned in those moments and heading towards, you know, this February in 2026 with my eyes set on some hardware, it's a way different feeling for sure. You know, for some young athletes that are coming up in the sport, some advice I have is honestly believe in yourself. Like, I'm truly a story of someone that grew up in a place with no mountains and have been on the national team now for 10 years, and this will be my 2nd Olympics. If you had told younger Jake that this was his path and this is what he would have achieved, I really wouldn't have believed you. So it's like, believe in yourself and take it day by day and enjoy it. Enjoy the process, enjoy the commitment, the work ethic that you're putting into it, and yeah, enjoy the ride. You know, to everyone in Metro Detroit, Pinckney, you know, all the local kids at all these local hills here in Michigan, thank you for the support, and you know, keep going yourself. I know that everyone is, you know, there's a lot of good athletes out here, snowboarders and skiers, and you know, Michigan's done well in the Olympics before, and so I just want to, you know, hang my head high and do it for you guys.